What up, boys, and welcome back to yet another video. So finally, I'm spicing some life into an old favorite playlist for a lot of people. We're talking about the Gold Farming by Zone playlist, where I basically go through like random zones and I talk about every gold farm of interest in that zone. And it's a series that I started like years ago, as you can see, like over 3 years ago, and I just never really got around to finishing it because I got so many ideas and plans for series. But this one has been requested by a lot of people. So I figured now would be the perfect time to spice some life up in this playlist again. And in today's video, we're talking about this zone of Darkshore. Now, I will feature every zone in every expansion eventually, but there's so many, I pretty much just gotta start somewhere, right? And before we dive into Darkshore, massive shout out for all the support on the 0 to 10 million gold guide. You guys are absolutely insane. The 0 to 10 million gold guide features the best tactics and methods that I personally use in order to make hundreds of millions of gold. Not only that, but it's also a lifetime of free updates, meaning that you only got to get the gold guide one time and you will receive every single update, even for new patches and brand new expansions for retail. So if you think that sounds interesting, you can check it out with the link down below in the description. And by using the discount code STUDENT, you get it for 50% off. And if you're one of many people that already have the gold guide and you're happy with it, you're definitely going to enjoy the VIP Discord as well, where you support me as a content creator. In return, once you join in, you get to view all of these YouTube videos before they go public on YouTube. And then you also get access to exclusive gold tips, investments, multiple spreadsheets for gold making, and of course you get to hang around with a bunch of people who all like making gold and drafting ideas together and do a lot of testing for new farms, etc. So you can read more about that and grab it as well with the link down below in the description. Now, Darkshore, but this is very important that we talk about this before we go into the farms in detail. Now, you can talk to Sidormi all the way up north in Darkshore to jump between two phases of the zone. Kind of similar to what you can do in Salitus and Uldum as some examples. So we're talking about like OG Salitus, OG at Darkshore, because that's like where I tend to do all of my farms, is in the old version of Darkshore. And the first one that we really got to talk about is probably what I consider to be well, it's definitely the best steady way of making gold in Darkshore, and that's right here at the ruins of Aberdeen. And you're pretty much going to be running around and you're going to be killing all of these cyclone mobs, the frenzied cyclones. Now, the cool thing about these is that they hyper spawn. They're connected to a quest, so the faster you kill them, the faster they will spawn. The downside is, though, that they're in such a big area, like the density is really bad. So you can't really just stay at one location and hyper spawn them. You got to do like big laps in order to do it. Luckily, though, what that means is that it's going to be more efficient doing it in a group, of course, but it's not going to have as big of an impact as a lot of the material farms has. And the reason why you do this farm right here is because it is the absolute best farm in the game if you want to get yourself the materials. Breath of Wind, which is a very expensive material, like the gold per hour, if you were to do this farm right now, is actually stupidly high. But you get Breath of Wind on this farm, you also get Essence of Air, and you get a bunch of world drop transmog items of interest. We're talking green items, white items, and gray items. And on that note, we also want to take a look at a farm that has the exact same loot table as these guys, because they're the same level brackets, so the same world drop loot table, but it's just in a much better farming location. And these are some of the same items that you would get in Wailing Caverns, and also one of the most popular gold farms that we do, which would be Northern Barrens at Sludge Fen. We actually did this farm before we started doing Sludge Fen, and that will be this little pond down here. Like on that location, you'll find a ton of these Murlocs. And this location is different because, as you can see, the density on this location is extremely good compared to the cyclone mobs. Now, these guys obviously don't drop any materials of interest besides from like some cloth. But they do drop a shit ton of the same transmog items. So this is a way better farm in Darkshore if you want to farm for transmog than the elemental mobs will be. Like way better because you can get so many more kills doing this location than the cyclones. And the items of interest that we're talking about, it's many. But like just to show you guys some, you have the ceremonial items. And the cool thing about this is that there's green items and like common items, white items. And since you can transmog white items now, and a lot of these actually have a unique appearance, they tend to do extremely well on the auction house. So ceremonial is an example of an item set. You also have the barbaric loincloth set. You have the grizzly set. There's a lot of different transmog sets from classic that can drop in this loot table that is extremely, extremely good. And by no means, we moved away from this farm to do Sludge Fen over that one. And I would still argue that Sludge Fen is slightly better, but we have to mention that farm since we're talking about Darkshore. And Darkshore has also been a good farm for a big variety of other things, but mainly in Classic, where it's been like the go-to location to farm if you like the Owlkins, if you want small eggs. It's been very good if you want to farm like Briar Torrent as well. But they don't really have the price right now to really knock it out of the park. So it's not something that will be included like into the Gold Farming by Zone Darkshore edition. One thing that I do have to mention though, which I will mention for all zones, is also the rare elites worth killing. And this one is a banger. There is actually just one rare elite in the OG face of Darkshore that is worth killing, and that would be this lady right here, Lady Vespera, which can spawn at these three different locations right here. And Lady Vespera drops one item of interest that you care about, and that would be the Spike Lash Dagger, which I've featured this rare elite camp in some of my rare elite camping videos. And the Spike Lash Dagger always tends to do well. Now, when I make these videos, I'm just talking from my own personal experience, from what I am farming. And then, of course, I try to do some research and see if there's anything that I'm forgetting about, that I've done in the past but forgot about, or maybe something that I have never done. But there might be things that I haven't mentioned in this video. So if you feel like I left out something of importance, then please let me know down below in the comment section. But that's all the farms that I'm doing in the zone of Darkshore. So if you want to see more videos like this and all the other zones and the other expansions, simply just subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll be notified as soon as those videos hits. Don't forget to check out the 0 to 10 million gold guide. Really do appreciate the support on that. Super excited to update the gold guide for the upcoming expansion of Midnight. And if you already have it, of course, the VIP Discord is the place to be. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all back in at tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.